Thank you so much for joining us in today's Healing Circle Talks with Hani Kapoor. Hani Kapoor is a cancer survivor, motivational speaker, and social activist. He was diagnosed with synovial sarcoma in 2015 and lost his leg to it, but is now breaking stereotypes and inspiring others by being a role model. After his cancer journey, he widened his horizon and is now working with different organizations for cancer awareness, apart from being a marathoner and rider despite being an amputee. So, thank you so much, Hani, for joining us in today's Healing Circle Talks. It's an honor to have you here with us, who's such an inspiring person who has gone through a deep cancer journey and not just उन्होंने सिर्फ कैंसर जर्नी से वो निकले ही नहीं है, जबकि वो इतना अच्छे से निकले कि आज वो बहुत सारे यूथ को इंस्पायर करते हैं, मोटिवेट करते हैं और उन्होंने खुद का एक एग्जाम्पल बनाया है एक लेग होने के बावजूद भी वो मैराथन दौड़ते हैं और राइडिंग भी करते हैं सो इट्स सच एन इट शोज कि नथिंग इज इम्पॉसिबल आप कुछ भी कर सकते हैं जस्ट ऑल हियर विल पावर एंड योर कमिटमेंट एंड द मोटिवेशन थैंक यू सो मच हनी
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yes. So, Hani, we will start with your journey. So, आप बताएंगे कि आपका journey कैसे शुरू हुआ था? In this today's circle, we have cancer patients, cancer survivors, and many other caregivers are watching this. So, can you please share? I'm sure your journey is such an example which will inspire others who are going through similar journey of cancer. And कई बार लोग बीच में hope छो देते हैं, कई बार उन्हें fear होता है. कई बार सॉल्यूशन सामने होता है बट फिर भी लगता है क्या पता ये सॉल्यूशन नहीं हो क्या पता कुछ और भी करना चाहिए हमें और हम ये चीजें एवरी डे वी सी विद हंड्रेड्स ऑफ कैंसर पेशेंट्स क्योंकि nobody is expert कि उसमें हमें कैसे डील करना है राइट एंड वी लर्न व्हेन इट हैपेंस विद अस सो कैन यू प्लीज शेयर अबाउट योर जर्नी हाउ इट स्टार्टेड हम लोग कॉन्वर्सेशन को हिंदी और इंग्लिश में रखेंगे एंड या प्लीज स्टार्ट
Yeah, so Dimple, my journey started with the cancer journey. It was in 2014. So in the end of 2014, I was in my third year and I was pursuing graduation from Delhi University. So it was a very normal life and I was very much satisfied with my life. But one random day there was just a random pain in my ankle, because of which I visited the doctor and he just did some x-ray and he just put me on antibiotics. But I was not satisfied and I was still having that pain in my ankle, because of which I switched doctor. So this way I was like switching doctors for around 2 to 3 times, but I was not getting much relief from either doctor. So finally I consulted with the orthopedic surgeon, and from there they started having a doubt of something fishy, and they asked me to go through the few tests and scans, and somehow we found out there is a tumor. Now the doctors were not sure it's a benign one or a malignant one, but then they said that it's just an incision, biopsy will be done and it's hardly a process of 1 hour, and you'll be free to move like back on track of life of your college within 2 to 3 days. So I guess this was something which I did being extra cautious for my health. But then I was not aware what my life is waiting and what it's gonna be. So during the surgery, that orthopedic surgeon who had experience of like 30 to 35 years in his field found out that there is something fishy, and he tried his level best to remove out that tumorous cancerous part. But at that particular moment, the doctor was also not aware that it's cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So when the reports came of the incision biopsy, we got to know that it's synovial sarcoma and it was at stage 3.
Okay.
So doctor said that he tried his level best to remove the cancerous, the tumorous part, but then he was not sure because it was in touch with the ligament and tendons of the foot. So
when it happened first time जब आपको पता चला कि it's stage 3 cancer and पता चलना कि आपको cancer हुआ है and at such a young age how did you take that news how did your family आपकी family ने उस news को कैसे लिया
So how it was like कि I belong from Panipat and it's in Haryana. and I was pursuing my graduation in Delhi, so it's like 100 kilometers distance. So when my surgery was being done, after a gap of like 20 to 25 days, the reports came on 13th of March. But coincidentally, my mobile number was registered in the hospital, in the Gurgaon hospital. So I got a call and they just asked a simple thing, are you from Hani Kapoor's family? So I said yes. And they broke out the news to me that this guy has been diagnosed with synovial sarcoma, and that is at stage 3, and you need to do visit to you do have to visit to the doctor tomorrow morning, and it's a kind of emergency case, so you don't delay in this case. So it was 13th of March 2015 when I got to know. So 2 दिन तक मैं ये न्यूज़ किसी के साथ शेयर नहीं कर पाया, to be very honest. And during those 48 hours, I don't know how many number of times I tried to attempt suicide. But like जितने भी हमने ways देखे हैं, I tried each and every way. But then fortunately, I was not able to succeed by either ways. That's the only reason I'm sitting in front of you guys. But then जब 2 दिन के बाद finally I decided कि मुझे share तो करना ही पड़ेगा. At last I shared it with my mom and dad, and I have a younger sister at my home. So I shared it with them. तो एक बहुत ही जो usual एक response आता है कि motherly behavior का, she started crying. But the main part was my dad started crying, and that was the first time I saw tears in my dad's eyes. तो बस उस टाइम पता नहीं, something hit me so hard that I decided at that very moment that I'm not going to quit because I am there 21 years of investment. उस टाइम 21 साल का था, उन्होंने मतलब हर दिन इन्वेस्ट, हर पेरेंट्स अपने बच्चों में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं. I decided that day कि नहीं, I am not going to quit this way, whatever may happen. So that's how the thing were. But then my parents were really very surprised because they were not able to understand and accept the fact that their son, who at this young age has been diagnosed with cancer, like they were not aware what is synovial sarcoma or something. Even in my whole family, I'm the first case of this such kind of a chronic illness, you can say. So it was very disturbing time period at that point of time. But then slowly and gradually, when we started like consulting different doctors, we got to know what are the scope, what are the treatments, and even there are few more cases and how things can be done.
Got it. Okay. And on this, I would like to ask Mehul. Mehul, आप भी youngsters के साथ में काम करते हैं. You talk to them, you counsel them, and जैसे हनी ने बताया उनका जो reaction था, it's surprising, but it happens with if it happened with him, तो काफी और लोगों के साथ में भी ऐसा होता होगा कि when they get this news, और how do they react to it, तो आप उनको कैसे काउंसल करते हैं, कैसे हेल्प करते हैं जब ऐसी थॉट्स आती है कि मुझे कैंसर हो गया, इससे अच्छा तो मैं सुसाइड कर लूं, मैं मर जाऊं. So how do you do it, Mehul?
Yeah, Honey, first thing, nice meeting you and nice to hear your story and very, very impressive. Salute. So I usually talk to many youngsters. I'm a throat cancer survivor from smoking, so I advocate people and kids especially not to smoke. And I have not seen many people who have come in this condition, but yes, a couple of them I did reach out to a couple of counselors, like you. I have a couple of friends who, try to talk out to people and try to explain the other side of the story. And I tell them I'm a stage 4 survivor. I'm good now. I'm like a normal person almost. So cancer is not the end, is what I try to explain to them. And the only way I think is talking out, letting them open up. See, you're not alone. There are people like I can give an example of Hani Kapoor and like similar people. Like, look at them; they're living such a wonderful life. He's so happy now. No man is perfect. Everyone has some problems. So, only way I think is just they should talk to us. Like, they should not andar hi andar unko. They should not keep digging inside their head. And so, yeah, more sessions like this and more awareness is the only way I think now can help. And if there's any change in reaction,
Got it. Thank you.
We know counselors are well trained and they have those techniques, and definitely you need to just talk to them and let them open up. And
Yeah.
went out.
I think talking really helps. जैसे हनी ने भी 2 दिन तक share नहीं किया था किसी से. So it's really and it's a message to all the people who are going through this journey. Talking always helps because we if we keep within us, so many thoughts come in and हमें नहीं पता कि आगे क्या करना है. And it's always good share, as we say, sharing is caring. And yeah, that way I want to ask Pranab ji. प्रणव जी, आप जब पैलेटिव केयर पेशेंट्स के साथ में काम करते हैं, सो आप उसमें आपने कभी किसी यंग पैलेटिव केयर पेशेंट के साथ में काम किया है क्या? हैव यू वर्कड विद एनी यंग person going through palliative care stage?
Yeah. At age 37, 38, even 30, lung cancer हुआ था. He was suffering from lung cancer, and the last stage, actually it depends on the stage. They were each and every disease is a, so have mental power, have willpower to fight and accept the reality that okay, the cancer treatment is very much in advanced stage, so we will see and we will hope that something. But this depression is a that what Hani was telling, that 2 days he was prone to suicide, and this is sometimes natural to this young stage, and I think one should share with at least with his friends. If Hani would have shared to his friends first, then I think he would have been motivated not to be depressed in this way. And what Mehulji told is right. One should speak out, one should pour out their emotions, and in a community support, they should communicate and have the courage to fight. And this way, I actually counsel this palliative care patient means at the end of life care. So it is very tough, actually. Even then, I got the smiling face from the patient. This is the satisfaction.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Pranab ji, for sharing this. So, Honey, I see that आप बहुत ही अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं कैंसर में, where you are working against the stigma of cancer in the society. So, can you please share what can we all do together to detach stigmas attached to cancer?
Yeah, sure. So, first of all, what we need to do is that the guys you are already doing, the organization you guys have, this Love Heals Cancer. So, the first part, what we have to do is create more and more awareness regarding to cancer, because cancer is a kind of a term which is termed as taboo in India. So, सबसे पहले तो हमें उसकी awareness के लिए काम करना है, and then we have to tell the parents and the caregivers who are around the cancer patients that it is not such a disease, that it's just not a communicable disease. You're not going to get hurt with being a cancer patient. And then we need to teach them that they need to show them love, care, and empathy. And that's the only way out. Again, second thing is we need to open up the person who has this kind of disease. Maybe it's cancer or maybe it's any kind of chronic illness. The only part is to share what as a person I am feeling from inside, and to detach the stigma of cancer. Now, there are many things a cancer patient has to go through. For example, I'll tell you, the first thing is the society's mindset. The society is not going to leave you any which ways. Secondly, because of cancer, your body is going to like react in different ways. So for some people, they lose their hairs. For some people, they have like vomits, or they lose body weight, or some gain body weight. So it completely it makes you vulnerable physically, mentally, and emotionally. So all the three ways the society is going to judge you. But then the first thing first is that you need to accept yourself. Firstly, you need to accept the reality, because life is just 10% what happens with us. Rest 90% is how we react to it. So this cancer stigma is that thing that it's only in our hands how we react to the things.
Okay. Wow, such a good line you quoted. 10% is what happens to us, and 90% is how we react to it. Um, that's very true. Yeah, I got this one question. There are people who get separated after years of relationship just because one of them got cancer. So, and it happened recently. One of my friend who lives in US. So I met him last year when I was there in California, and he we did not know each other. I just got a message one day that, Dimple, I got to know that you are in California, and I have read your story and I want to meet you. I was like, okay. So we met, and he told me that he has cancer, fourth stage, and he got married to his long-term girlfriend, who was also his batchmate at the college, IIT. And then he did almost everything for her, like jitna bhi, from education to the getting admission in US college to getting like helping her with the company, and then getting married and everything. And then when he was diagnosed with cancer, the wife left, and she filed for divorce, and the guy was at such a young age of 30 years. He was going through a lot, and he said that I wanted to meet you because I see a very different story what you have done and what has happened with me. So since then we were in touch, and just 3 days back I got a message from his number, and I was like, hi, I am so happy because um, once in 2-3 months he will message me, and I'm like, okay, I'm happy that at least you are there with us, because his cancer was really very aggressive across the body. He has traveled across the states in US to get the clinical trials and this and that, everything, and he was poor man, lonely person doing everything on his own because his parents were in India. Parents came to US, but again it was too late, and the wife left in the middle of this big crisis. So, and then 2 days back, I got this message where I said, hi, I'm so happy that I know I received your message. And then his sister was there on the other side, and she said, hi, I'm his sister. And he talked many times about you and other things she talked. And she said that he left us a month ago. So, very sad the way it happened with him. It's really, I mean, I don't know what to say on this, but um, just unfortunate part that he was alone when he was battling that disease. Um, so this question reminds me of my friend whom we lost last month. So when he was very young, just 30 years. Yeah. So what's your thoughts on this? People get separated after years of relationship just because one of them gets diagnosed with cancer.
See, it's really sad to know the story about your friend that at a young age he died. So in these kind of cases, see, मैं हमेशा ये चीज बोलता हूँ, cancer or these kind of diseases are not just the things which hurt the patient or the survivors. The emotional part and the separation thing and ignorance from their loved ones or the dear ones is the main thing जिसकी वजह से लोग बहुत ज्यादा वीक पड़ जाते हैं. सो माय पॉइंट इज, सी, आप लाइफ में किसी की भी कोई गारंटी नहीं होती है. जरूरी नहीं है कि किसी को यंग एज में होता है, किसी को लाइक एल्डर एज में जाकर होता है, आगे होता है, या विच काइंड ऑफ डिसीज और व्हाट काइंड ऑफ इंसिडेंट इज गोइंग टू हैपन इन देयर लाइफ. नोबडी इज अवेयर ऑफ दैट पार्ट. बट माय पॉइंट इज, व्हेन यू आर विद दैट पर्सन and you are sharing a bond, either it's a friendship, either it's companionship, parenthood, or like whatever it is, but the point is to be with them till their last time. Because वो जो bond होता है ना end तक रहने का, अगर उस इंसान को ये पता है कि आप उसके साथ खड़े हो हमेशा के लिए, उसको कोई और चीज तक नहीं करेगी. So that is one of the points. And I always say this thing कि अगर आप कुछ ऐसा डिसीजन ले रहे हो सेपरेशन का या किसी ऐसी चीज का बिकॉज ऑफ वेरी वेरी डिफरेंट रीजंस, For example, it can be financial reason, it can be society's mindset, it can be judgmental. So my point is कि उसको भी आपको एक mutual तरह से decision लेना चाहिए, so that you are not leaving the person in a hole जहाँ से वो कभी बाहर ही ना आ पाए. Because some way or the another, the thing should be that you should support that person and you should be acting as a pillar in their life.
Right.
So this is the way. But then I would like to share a few examples, because see, I am working in this particular field for like cancer awareness and for the betterment of specially able people. So I have plenty of examples wherein two cancer survivors, the guy and the girl, both are the cancer survivors and they got married. And I have example wherein the guy is only a cancer survivor and the girl is completely normal and they got married. So my point is, it's all about how you accept the things. So this way you can move, but the only part is you shouldn't leave the person this way ever.
Yeah, it's very right. And I would like to ask Rajendra ji.
Yes.
Yes, Rajendra ji. So आपकी और हमारी एज में बहुत डिफरेंस है. So
Yes.
yeah, so you have gone through the journey, come out of it successfully. So आप especially youngsters को क्या advice देना चाहेंगे, क्योंकि आपने so you have this wisdom of so many years as well as your own cancer journey. So can you share your thoughts on the same?
No, one important point which I would like to say. You are able to listen, huh?
Bas, yes, but we can't see you. That's fine.
Okay, just a minute. Yeah. See, first point, what you say that you should, now is okay?
Yeah.
The important point, just I would like to say that Hani said, or even you also said, that you should share about your cancer to everyone. There I little bit differ. I say that in our life, probably we may be knowing about 3,000 people maximum at particular point of time. And out of 3,000 people, maybe 1% or 2% people will be very close to you. Most of the people, when they listen about your cancer, may not have any reaction. On the contrary, they will go on giving advices. In my particular case, I tell you, after I was detected with cancer, I did not discuss or I did not tell any of my family members. Only few of my close friends, my wife, my daughter, my son, only these many people, those who really care for me, those who really understand me, and those who will give me empathy or sympathy, whatever it is. Other people I did not tell. That is one very important point that is I personally feel you need not share to everybody. Right? Now, another very important aspect, what you say that what you advise to the younger people. Younger people require motivation, and how we have to motivate, there are a number of ways. See, basically, thought process is very important. And in any case, I am going to go give a talk next week. I'll be telling you what I have done after my cancer or before that. Because from the very beginning, from 82 onwards, I was 25 years onward, I was very health conscious. And I always feel that each individual should be very health conscious from the very beginning. And that will definitely help you at any age or at any stage in your life. That's one thing. See, the younger people today will be demotivated very fast if they come to know they have got a cancer. Forget about cancer. Even if they come to know that they have got a diabetes or they have got a pressure, immediately they'll go under depression. It is a very hard effort on the part of the senior to educate them, to advise them how they should live their life. Because today, even my family member, my son, their food habit is such that I feel bad, but I cannot do anything. I can only advise them, at least change your food habit, then your life will be better in future. Otherwise, after 60, you will have a lot of problems. So first thing, youth to be advised from the very beginning to take care of their health. And if they get, by any chance, any such disease, there is a lot many things to be advised to them. One thing I would like to advise to all young people that have maximum hobbies at the age you learn everything new every day. Because if at all you learn everything new every day, if you have got a hobby, then at the later stage, suppose if you have got any problem, your hobby will help you. It will give some time. See, the problem is that when we are happy, our time passes very fast. But when we are unhappy, or especially when you have physical problem or any type of problem, our time doesn't pass. And it is becoming so difficult that how we will pass our time. when I was taking a chemo, 2 days, how 2 days will go? That was my first question. But then I started, when I was taking chemo, I was reading astronomy. So 2 days, how it was passed, I never knew. So my point is, whenever you are young or whenever you have any problem, try to learn as many new things as possible, which will help you in your future. In anytime in future, it will be helpful. That's the first advice. But my journey is a very interesting journey. That is why I say cancer. My topic next Sunday is cancer, my best friend. Because what cancer has taught me in life, it has taught me number of things. It has taught me so many hobbies. I have developed so many hobbies now, and I'm happy and I'm enjoying life. Each moment of life I'm enjoying now. So I also would like to tell all youngsters, enjoy every moment of life, because today is the first day of the rest of your life. So you must enjoy life. And all young people, I am giving advice to so many young people over here. Many people are calling me. I've been giving motivational talks also. Some of the points which are very interesting and important, I'll let you know in my next talk next Sunday. Okay.
Right. Thank you. And yeah, Mehul very right said cancer brought us together. So it's a blessing. It comes as a blessing in many people's lives. So, Honey, there is a question. There are a lot of stigmas attached to disability. How differently abled people let it not affect their mental health. So, आप बताएंगे जब डॉक्टर ने आपका ऑपरेशन किया और जब उन्हें when they have to cut your leg. So, what was your reaction to it first? Because for some people, it's since which is acceptable because they are used to it since the beginning, it's god given, but in your case it happened all of a sudden due to cancer. So how did you take this and how did you cope up with the new lifestyle which came with that?
See, for this case, I always share a quote कि दर्द की भी अपनी ही एक अदा है और वो सिर्फ सहन करने वालों पे फिदा है. तो somehow my life introduced me to this like U-turn, and I was being given the only option to get my right leg amputated. So they completely chopped my leg below the knee. And you are completely right. एक होता है कि disability by birth, and second case is when you acquire disability during your lifetime. So I have spent 21 years of my life being a normal person. Normal जिसे कि हमारी society normal बोलती है. But then for the differently abled, we have given so many names, Divyangs or physically handicapped, or like there are many. But then I always say, yes, we are different, yet we are able to do the things. So my point is, differently able are the persons जो किसी चीज के ऊपर dependent होते हैं. So I'll share an example यहाँ पे फिर से आप लोगों के साथ. Let's suppose there's a person who is blind and another person is you. So I am putting you both in a room and I'll ask you to write something. When the light is on, you both will be able to write. But when I'll switch off the lights, the person with the eyes will not be able to write because he or she is dependent on light. But the person who don't have eyesight, they can read or write even without in the absence of light. So my point is, we are dependent on each thing or any other thing. So in my case, I am dependent on my prosthetic leg, the artificial leg. So yes, it was very difficult for me in the starting phase. Like I don't know how many number of times I have slipped, I have fallen. बहुत बार गिरा हूँ और बहुत बार उठा हूँ. स्टार्टिंग में it was just a matter of I need to practice for just 100 meters. And I had relived the moment जहाँ पे मैंने अपने mom dad का अपने friends का हाथ पकड़कर चलना सीखा है वापस से. Because I was not able to trust a metal rod कि वो मेरा body weight bear करके मैं चल पाऊंगा. So yes, and talking about कि stigma for the differently able, so yes, जहाँ पे differently able term आ जाती है वहाँ पे लोगों के मन में ना वो बेचारा वाली feeling आ जाती है. But then I always say this thing that yes, we are able to do things by our own. Maybe we need some help. Maybe we need a bit of more time. But then I always try to showcase this thing by my activities because I am a passionate rider and I don't have any customization in my bike or my car. So I drive and I ride manually. So the only part is that practice makes a man perfect, and it's the only thing. It's the key to your success, and you can do anything.
Very true, very rightly said. And when it happened, when you got adjust to a new lifestyle, you did not just stop there. Rather, you did many more things of running marathon and riding and many other things. So, what inspired you to do this? आपके दिमाग में ये कैसे आया कि okay, my life doesn't stop here. Rather, it starts from here, and whatever you did after that become a great example for others. So, how did from where did it come? जैसे प्रणब जी ने आपको chat पे question पूछा that where from you have received inspiration? Is it from your heart or in touch with someone else or for parents, family? From where did you get this?
Yeah, so the actual part is कि मेरी खुद की लाइफ से ही मुझे ये सब चीजें मिली हैं. So my point is, जब मैं 21 साल का था and I got to know that I have been diagnosed with cancer. तो जो हमारी लाइफ में 3 सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीजें होती हैं, सबसे पहले हेल्थ, वो मैं लूज कर चुका था कहीं ना कहीं. Because I was aware that I am going to underwent amputation, जिसकी वजह से physically और like mentally I was very much devastated, disturbed. And secondly, it was about my career. तो I was in my third year, जिसकी वजह से कैंसर की वजह से I was not able to give my exams. तो वो करियर वाला जो हमारा पार्ट होता है वो भी मेरा स्टक हो गया था. Like I was being bedridden for around 1.5 years. And third part होता है आपका relationship. Doesn't matter with whom it is. So in my case, मेरे parents like they were in a state जहाँ पे वो हर वक्त रोते थे और बहुत परेशान रहते थे. तो I was the reason somewhere. तो मैं कुछ reason से भी दुखी था. And then I was in a relationship with a girl from last 5 years. And because of the society's mindset and because of his her dad's, what should I say, कि उनकी thinking ये थी कि 4 लोग क्या कहेंगे. बट मुझे ऑनेस्टली नहीं समझ में आया वो 4 लोग होते कौन है. क्योंकि मेरे अकॉर्डिंग जब एक लाइक आफ्टर द डेथ ऑफ अ पर्सन जो एक रिचुअल है जिसको हम संस्कार बोलते हैं, तो वो 4 लोग जो कांधा देते जाते हैं ना एक डेड बॉडी को, वो भी रिश्ते में 10 इंसान चेंज करते हैं कांधा देने के लिए भी. तो वो 4 लोग आपकी लाइफ में कांस्टेंट कभी भी नहीं रह सकते. एंड आई डोंट नो उनके बेसिस पे आप अपनी लाइफ के डिसीजंस कैसे ले लेते हो. बट देन बिकॉज ऑफ दीज 3 पर्टिकुलर थिंग्स आई वाज अ फ्री बर्ड. मेरे पास कुछ नहीं बचा था खोने के लिए 22 साल की एज तक आते आते. तो जब मेरे पास कुछ नहीं था तो आई डिसाइडेड इट कि आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू लेट एंड वन मोर हनी कपूर हु नीड्स टू गो थ्रू ऑल दिस एंड he don't need to get like exploited because of society's mindset or financial basis or because of this awareness part or because of guidance part. Because in my case उस टाइम तक love heal cancers या can support ये सब organizations इतने ज्यादा boom पे नहीं थे कि this kind of video calling sessions and everything. At my time it was just internet, Google Baba Zindabad, that's it. So this is the reason I decided that I needed to do something by my own and I need to show other people that yes, if something happened in your life, still you can be the reason of happiness in others' life.
Right. Wow. Very well said. Very well. I think it was your self-motivation, inner strength, your own courage, which helped you in going through this journey. So hats off to you for all you have done, for all you are doing today, for many other honey couples who are doing the similar journey. Yeah. Right. So we always say that to cancer patients, be positive. And that be positive creates a lot of stress on their mind. कि मेरे को इतना कुछ चल रहा है लाइफ में, how can I be positive during this time? I'm trying, there is pain, there is suffering, there is treatment, there is lack of money, no financial resources, and a lot of other things happening. So can you please share what can cancer patients do to always remain positive and hopeful?
For that, जैसे कि अभी राजेंद्र सर ने बोला था कि you need to develop your hobbies. That is one of the things. Because when you are passionate about something ना, जब आपका इंटरेस्ट होता है एक पर्टिकुलर चीज के अंदर और जब आप उसको करते हो तो आप बाकी सब कुछ भूल जाते हो what actually is going around you. So the same thing goes with this part. If you are like very much passionate about literature, reading, watching something, doing something creative, arts or anything, so that is one of the part. See, these things are not going to help you financially. But then if you're going to do it in routine and maybe if you're doing it in as a like corporate ways में अगर आप इसे commercially करते हैं तो then it can help you out also. But the only part is कि उस particular time of point पे you need to focus, shift your focus from the actual reality, from the pain to the other things. And then you will be able. And second thing is you need to look out for the other persons in your life around you and maybe even not around you, in the world, who have been through similar situations or maybe a bit plus minus situations, but how they come out of that situation. That are the things that you need to learn and see around yourself.
Right. Thank you. And I will ask Rohit, जब आप अपनी जर्नी से निकल रहे थे, so what hobbies helped you at that time, and what hobbies you are doing now which is helping you?
Thank you, Dimple. First of all, thanks to Honey for sharing his story once again. We were supposed to meet at conference, I think, last March, but we couldn't because it was this COVID thing. And then I think one thing that is very much common between both of us is our doctors. And I think Honey will also agree that our doctors are really good.
True.
So that's always helpful.
Yeah.
So hobbies like which helped me during the treatment were mostly around reading, watching cricket. Like I still remember, I would like to keep myself busy in anything because if you are busy, then your mind won't fluctuate towards the pain or anything. So I would read. I still remember I would get. Actually, मैं वहाँ पे if I remember that Bhagwan Mahavir Cancer Hospital next to is the Dainik Bhaskar's head office, and I would always get like multiple newspapers and magazines. अगर एक दिन भी magazine नहीं आई, I would go there and ask them for the magazine. So these were the small things like comic magazines, watching cricket, which helped me to keep myself busy. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो हमेशा हेल्प किया. वॉचिंग क्रिकेट मतलब मैं एक बार गलती से कॉमन टीवी रूम में आई वॉच क्रिकेट एंड इट लेड मी टू द इन्फेक्शन ऑल्सो बिकॉज WBC सेल्स कम थे and it led to another 1 week hospitalization. So yeah, but after that I was mostly right. If you ask now, I generally spend good amount of my time writing. I like to write क्योंकि मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि मतलब it is required to spread awareness. क्योंकि and that can happen through, I feel one of the medium is writing. Like if we write at different places, it will definitely help to spread awareness. Because even if you see for COVID, there is so much noise around, कितने initiatives हैं, but still there is people are not ready to understand the awareness. तो आप कैंसर का सोच सकते हो कि
Right.
उस बारे में तो लोग बात ही नहीं करना चाहते, तो उसके लिए कितनी अवेयरनेस की जरूरत है. Yeah.
Very true. Yeah, I think a very important point you shared, Rohit, कि कोविड का पूरे वर्ल्ड में इतना हो रखा है, and then still not everybody is following the guidelines, and cancer is there from years and years and years, and then nobody talks about it. It takes time to share with your family members also. So I don't know how many years it will take, and I'm sure many more organizations, many more volunteers, many more survivors, patients, everybody needs to come together to help each other. And that's how, with the help of ripple effects, it will grow. It will help those who are newly diagnosed and going through the similar journey. Because what we are seeing with when we're working with cancer patients at Zen-Onco.in Levels Cancer, everybody start their research from scratch. कि okay, अभी कैंसर हो गया है and अब क्या करना है, गूगल बाबा से शुरू करेंगे, and then they spend months and months. But then finally जब disease बढ़ जाती है, कुछ issues आते हैं, तब जाके they start looking outside, okay, what exactly we need to do, and by the time it's too late as well. So very important to spread awareness कि and आप सब लोग उसके live examples हैं that how you recovered from that, how you positively you took this disease, and how it has changed your life for better. So I'm sure with these sessions, it will reach to many more people who are in need. And we got a few patients when we asked them, like कहाँ से आए आप, and उन्होंने बोला कि हमने आपका वो वीडियो हीलिंग सर्कल का देखा था, how can we join, or we read some cancer healing journey of cancer survivors on your website, and we got to know that ऐसा भी होता है. So that's the impact of these circles, these stories, which your stories, your circles, which is helping many others out there. And as Honey said that it was not there in his time, and it is very true. It was not there in my time also, Honey. And I'm just talking 3 years back. So tried a lot to look for such circles, such people, but doctor से पूछा तो वो contact number नहीं share करते किसी का. And ऑनलाइन भी देखा लेकिन उतना नहीं मिला मुझे. एंड देन व्हेन वी वेंट टू यूएस फॉर ट्रीटमेंट, and that time I got in touch with many support groups in US, and that helped me big time. So in fact, one of the reason the doctor we chose in US was from that support group, and then they helped really a lot. So doctor तो hospital में जब जाएंगे तो help करेंगे, but what happens beyond that is when these support groups and these, I would say, wonderful people who have gone through the similar journey comes in. And I'm sure like Rohit and many others who are helping other cancer patients. So thank you everyone for doing what you are doing and spreading awareness about this disease before it get diagnosed and after it get diagnosed as well. So thank you. And Hani, my next question would be to you. Um, what difference can people find in their lives when they start loving themselves? So I'm sure for you it was a big change to live with one leg. I remember when it was when for in Nitish's case when doctor said कि आपको colostomy bag लगाना होगा, मतलब आपको when you do your routine thing you cannot pass stool from your rectum. It will be they will do a hole आपके stomach के पास में hole करेंगे, वहाँ पे एक bag लगेगा और वहाँ पे आप अपना stool pass करेंगे. And it was so difficult for him to adapt to this change that he said, I will not do the surgery. Rather, I will die in 5 years than having this major change in the life. So वो तो चलो एक बैग ही था और कुछ भी नहीं था, but आपके केस में तो और भी ज्यादा बड़ा change आया, which is living with one leg. So can you please share your thoughts in that? How do people start loving themselves?
Yeah, so the only point is यहाँ पे I'll share a quote with you guys कि reality took my leg away, but then my dreams got wings. That's the only reason somewhere or the another in my mind I was very much like determined with that grit feeling that yes, I have to do things and I have to achieve. And it's been 5 years since then. And I have small goals जिनके लिए I always do work. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल सबसे फर्स्ट पार्ट तो था कि मुझे वापस से चलना है. जब डॉक्टर ने बोला कि एम्पुटेशन होगा तो आई डिसाइडेड इन माय माइंड कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या हो जाएगा. आई वाज नॉट अवेयर कि प्रोस्थेटिक लेग या आर्टिफिशियल लेग से वापस से आई विल बी एबल टू रीलिव दिस मच वे बेटर वे के अंदर. बट देन उस टाइम पे मेरा डिसीजन इसलिए था कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या होगा, सारी जिंदगी बेड पे काटनी पड़ेगी. सो व्हाट, आई विल बी एबल टू सी माय पेरेंट्स एंड माय पेरेंट्स विल बी एबल टू सी मी इन फ्रंट ऑफ देयर आईज. दैट वाज द फर्स्ट पार्ट. सेकेंडली जब मुझे पता लगा कि प्रोस्थेटिक लेग है, आर्टिफिशियल लेग है, जयपुर लिम्स हैं, I'll be able to like walk like before by my own without any support. तो वहां से स्टार्ट किया. बट देन जो वो मेटल रॉड होता है ना, जब आपको स्टार्ट करना होता है, इट्स रियली वेरी पेनफुल. लाइक ब्लीडिंग होता है, सब कुछ होता है. इट्स अ फेस ऑफ लाइक 1 month टाइम लगता है. बट देन अगेन स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली विद पेस यू कैन लर्न थिंग्स. सो दैट वे विद इन अ स्पैन ऑफ लाइक 1 month आई स्टार्टेड वॉकिंग. फिर वहां से दूसरा एक लाइक फाइट स्टार्ट हुआ मॉम डैड के साथ कि मुझे वापस से 2 व्हीलर ड्राइव करना है. वो चीजें स्टार्ट हुई. एंड देन फिर ये चीज हुई कि लाइक आई एम फ्रॉम Tier 2 सिटी. तो वहां पे मैं अगर शॉर्ट्स पहन के आज भी बाहर जाता हूँ तो आई फील कि लोगों को ऐसा लगता है कि पता नहीं कौन सा एलियन आ गया, या लाइक दे डू स्टेयर एट मी लाइक हेल. आई डोंट नो, मैं उन्हें नहीं समझा सकता, हर इंसान को मैं खड़े होकर नहीं समझा सकता.
Yes.
बट देन वही दैट वाज वन ऑफ द रीजंस आई चोज कि मैं मैराथन में जाना स्टार्ट करूंगा. दो आई वाज नॉट एबल टू कंप्लीट माय फर्स्ट मैराथन जो कि मैंने 5 किलोमीटर्स का लाइक पार्टिसिपेट किया था. बट देन सिंस देन आई हैव कंप्लीटेड ऑलमोस्ट 50 मैराथन्स एंड नाउ आई हैव कंप्लीटेड 21 किलोमीटर मैराथन एज वेल. स्टिल
Wow.
आई कांट रन, बट देन आई कंप्लीट द डिस्टेंस बाय वॉकिंग. I do take twice the time as compared to a person of my age. But then my point and my message is to that see, if I have been through this kind of thing, still I'm able to complete. Why not you guys do the things? Same case with started with riding. बहुत passionate था, start किया, घर वालों से बहुत लड़ाई झगड़ा करके बाइक ली, and now I have been like riding. Then उसके बाद आता है पार्ट स्विमिंग का, ऐसे ही same example जिमिंग का.
Wow.
So the point is that वो आपके अंदर the fire is always it's inside you. You just need to see. You just need to look out for it. That's it.
Wonderful. Very inspiring. Wow, I did not know about the swimming part, and it's just wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, Neelu is saying, "Superb, Sunny. You are truly inspirational." Thank you. Yeah. So people tend to leave you in your darkest phase of life. Sometimes it happens. Like I said, it happened. It doesn't happen always, but कभी-कभी कुछ unfortunate situations में ऐसा होता है. Like I shared कि जब मेरे फ्रेंड को कैंसर डायग्नोज हुआ तो बाइक नहीं छोड़ दिया. काफी डिस्टर्बिंग था वो उनके लिए. Should one prepare mentally to deal with such events?
So yes, in these kind of cases, again, in my case, I lost so many friends. I lost long time like partner of mine because of the society's mindset and pressure. But then मैं आपको फिर से एक example बताऊंगा जहाँ पे like since it's been 1.5 years, I have been married with the girl जिसको फिर से लोग ना मतलब normal word use बोलते like she's a normal girl. So it's a comparison between her and me. And it was my first public speaking event, and I was sharing my journey over there, and she came there as an audience. So it started that way, and finally we tied the knot of marriage. But then in this case, her parents was completely against this marriage. But then she took a stand for this part that I am in love with this guy and I need to get married with him any which ways. So she's standing with me still. But then I told her ki it won't be a easy journey for you because of the social stigmas and everything. But then she took a stand for me. And that's the only part I always say कि it's not about कि शादी से पहले अगर आपके पार्टनर को कुछ ऐसा हो गया and there's no guarantee कि बाद में नहीं होगा. The point is you are in love with the person and with the soul, not physically or just like I should say physical वाला part. So my point here is कि जहाँ separation की बात आती है, I never say कि that is not a solution. It can be, but it should be mutual. जहाँ पे आप उन्हें उतना space दें, because it can be various reasons. I have seen so many cases around me जहाँ पे they finalize this part, but mutual decision is the biggest thing. सामने वाले उस इंसान को कभी भी ऐसे मत छोड़ दो डायलेमा के अंदर कि he will not be able to fight back with the main disease or the chronic illness. So that's the only part.
Yeah, that's right. And in this case, it was very bad that when he needed her the most, because it was fourth stage cancer to a 30-year-old guy. All he had was her support, and he supported her throughout the last 5-7 years. And when he needed, he did not have that support. And what he got in return was, I did not opt for this. I opted for a good life with you, not for dealing with you when you have cancer. These were the words. So, as you rightly said, that it should be mutual, it should be with mutual understanding by talking, sharing. But it was enforced on him, and he couldn't do anything because he was already battling with cancer. On top of it, he had divorce pressure and many other things. So, thank you for sharing this.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so I was just sharing an example with you, like the case you shared. Same thing happened recently during the COVID times. There's this girl, she's like 24, 25 years of old from Delhi, and she's getting treatment from AIMS. So uski shadi was fixed, arranged marriage kind of thing. But then when the in-laws got to know that she's been diagnosed with osteosarcoma, तो उन्होंने शादी का रिश्ता विश्ता तोड़ दिया and something. तो उसकी कीमो स्टार्ट हुई तो उसके बाल झड़ना स्टार्ट हो गया. तो she was very much depressed because of this thing. But she used to talk with me. उसके पेरेंट्स और उसके डॉक्टर का हमेशा से ये कहना था कि यू जस्ट बी इन टच विद हर क्योंकि वो आपसे बात कर लेती है. शी ओपन्स अप विद यू. तो आई like I, in my life, honestly speaking, I didn't took chemotherapy. No radiotherapy, no chemotherapy. It was just a surgical step. So she told me very upfrontly, उसने बोला bluntly कि भैया आपको क्या पता, आपका तो पैर गया था ना सिर्फ, जिसके बाल जाते हैं इस एज में उसे पता लगता है how it feels like. और जब आपका जो पार्टनर होता है वो आपको छोड़ देता है. So this is the way people feel. But then आप सामने वाले को कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते हो. You need to control your life, and that is the key is to look out in yourself and find out the ways how you can manage and keep a balance between these things.
Right. Yes, Mehul.
Yeah, honey, hi. I was listening to the story that you said about your wife, like, so I was trying to relate to mine. So I have married my childhood sweetheart. We were in the same school.
Okay.
And I used to smoke. तो वो मुझे बोलती थी कि ना तुझे कुछ होगा तो I'm going to leave you and go. I'm like नहीं मुझे कुछ नहीं होता यार. I'm fine. And हुआ cancer. But I'm going to tell, we people are so lucky. We are double lucky than the most of them, because we have got those life partners who,
Exactly.
After knowing all our bad things and all, they still stand by us. So they are the real heroes who are like, no, हमको जानते हैं. They talk, hey, this is the cancer survivor and he's doing so good and he's so brave. No, the main person is the one who is
Partner.
behind us. Like, if we don't have a backbone, we are nowhere. So salute to both of you. Yeah, just say hi to her. And really, it's so. Yeah, I feel myself so blessed, that बस और कुछ नहीं चाहिए लाइफ में, सब मिल गया ऐसा लगता है. I just wanted to come up with that. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So much respect and care for caregivers. And being a caregiver, I can understand, I can feel, I can know how much this is important, because journey of a caregiver is as difficult as a journey of a patient.
Survivor. Yeah.
You both are fortunate. All are, in fact, everyone is a fortunate person that we all have that family support, that partner support with us when we need it the most. And that's the beauty of this life. And that's the beauty of partner as well. So, and not just partner, but also your family, parents, and everyone else, and your kids, everyone, in fact. So, thank you for sharing your thoughts, Mehul. I'm just thinking on that again and again, that कितना important बात आपने बोला है कि हाँ, they are the real heroes who are with you, accepting you the way you are, and that's what is needed. There's a letter I read in one of the circles before, written by a caregiver to the patient, that yes, now life has changed. You are diagnosed with cancer, but it's okay. We'll go through this together. There will be so many changes in your body, and there will be changes which we are not used to, but that's okay, because this is a part of life, and we are going to go through this together. um, when I'm taking care of all the other things, which is hospital book appointments, treatment, fundraising, home related work, and updating relatives, family on your health, and everything else, even doing exercise, meditation, everything with you. Uh, I want you to be also open and honest with me on how you are feeling, because for me, it's important to know how you are feeling. What do you want to share? Is there any thoughts coming to your mind, so that I can understand you better than making the guesses कि okay अभी आपको कैसा लग रहा है, अभी मैं क्या बनाऊं, अभी मैं क्या करूं आपके लिए. So it's both ways. It's always both ways to have that mutual understanding, that mutual sharing and caring, because we both love each other, and we want to, for caregiver, they want to make their patients fine as soon as possible. For patients, they want to be all right for their caregiver. So it's always mutual from both ways. One is having cancer, but other is suffering equally. So hats off to all the caregivers for doing what they do for their cancer patients. I'm sure it's not easy, but this too shall pass. So, honey, it's been 4 years you have been living this with new phase of life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what changes do you see at the workplace as well? Because जब किसी को कैंसर होता है, some people lose their jobs. Some people find it difficult to go back to work. Because maybe their efficiency reduces a bit, or maybe the corporate is not accepting the way you are now. So have you faced that challenge? Because, and we have in our organization, we have cancer winners, survivors working with us, and we connect with them the most, because they understand why we exist, why are we doing what we are doing. And almost everyone in our organizations have somebody in their family gone through the journey. And I think that's what bring all of us together, कि क्यों ज़ेनोनकोरोडायो में काम करना है, क्यों लविस कैंसर में काम करना है, because we know what it takes to take care of a cancer patients. We know what it takes to go through that journey, and that's the beauty of our team members as well. So have you faced that problem when you were trying to go back to work, or something like that?
Yeah, so it was a big time challenge for me, because I told you that I'm from a tier 2 city, and after this cancer wala phase and amputation wala phase, my parents didn't allow me to go back to NCR, shift back to NCR for my career and job. And again, graduation bhi puri nahi hui thi, so I didn't have any option in my hands. But then Panipat is Asia's largest handloom hub. So it's a hub for the exporters. तो यहाँ पे सिर्फ एक ही चीज है, textiles. That's it. So I started my career in this field, but then as a merchandiser. But then it's a full of a field job as well. So जब मुझे first job करनी थी, वहाँ पे सबसे पहला question ये आया था, how you'll be able to move, how you'll be able to carry the goods. जैसे कि for example जो भी हमारे products होते हैं, we need to showcase it to the customers or the buyers or whomsoever. So every time there was a question mark for me that how you'll be able to achieve. But then I always said कि whatever you are looking for in the candidate, I'll be able to fulfill those requirements and those things. But then you need to trust me. Though I do have restrictions in walking or maybe climbing, maybe I am a bit slow in that part, but then I'll be able to fulfill those requirements in a way or another. So that's how. And but then you need to change the society's mindset. अचानक से उन्हें नहीं पता लगेगा कि आप कर सकते हो या कर सकते हो. फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन में एकदम से दे कांट जज यू. सो माय पॉइंट इज कि स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली आपको शो करना पड़ता है, आपको अपने एक्शन से दिखाना पड़ता है कि यस यू आर एबल टू डू दीज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. सो लाइक इन माय ऑफिस जब भी मेरे सेशंस होते हैं, कुछ होते हैं, आई डू शेयर ऑन व्हाट्सएप और सोशल मीडिया हैंडल. तो दे ऑलवेज से कि यार हम लोगों का संडे होता है, हम लोग तो सोते हैं, और तेरा संडे होता है, एवरी संडे यू हैव ईदर मैराथन, योर राइडिंग, योर सेशंस. लाइक हाउ यू मैनेज दीज थिंग्स. So my part is ये job तो मैं सिर्फ एक temporary basis पे survival के लिए कर रहा हूँ. The things which satisfies me is on those weekends only.
Wow. Okay.
So that's how things are. And there's one more thing I would like to share specifically with you, Dimple, over this VC, and that is before marriage when I was in relationship with my partner. So I showed your story to her. Like I shared the story of yours. And there's one more girl you must be knowing, Rashi from Delhi. So I shared both of your stories to her. See, you are accepting me and you have finalized that you are going to take a stand for me for our marriage. But then you need to be prepared for the worst as well. See, these are the two different cases I am aware of wherein you need to be that much bold. So she didn't read the story at that point of time. And now when I told her that yes, today's session will be taken by Dimple, and she was really very much happy for that part. And she always say ki, see, I can't ever be Dimple or Rashi because those girls are like उसके लिए बहुत एक level चाहिए होता है. The way you guys are doing, because it's not easy. I know the pain of losing someone or the person for whom we do things. And then when he or she is not there, but still we are bound to that particular cause and doing such things. So hats off to you. Just hats off.
Thank you, Hani, for your kind words. May I know her name?
Her name is Prachi.
Prachi. So please tell Prachi, and Prachi, if you're listening to this, you don't have to be Dimple or Rashi. You are Prachi. You are you, who is with the wonderful Hani, taking care of each other. And you both are equally fortunate to have each other. And I'm equally fortunate that I met Nitesh. And through that journey of cancer with him, I found this purpose of life. And you found each other through Hani's journey of cancer. And similarly, Rashi from Yodhas. Yeah, so she found her husband had cancer, and then they started this together. So we all have our journeys, our purpose, and we don't know where life is going to take us. So this is where life brings both of you, and I'm so happy and fortunate to know about you too. And thank you to both of you for being there for each other, not just one person, but it always, as I said, mutual. So thank you for sharing this. Thank you, Prachi, and thank you, Hani. Yeah. And I mean, when I hear from Mehul or Rajendra ji or Rohit or Pranab ji lost his wife to cancer a few years ago. And I always see in all his pictures, always both of them are standing together. And initially, I did not know that he lost his wife. And I was like, wow, rarely I see old age people put pictures together. But whenever I see it, really, I find it very happy. So when I got to know that he lost his wife, they both have gone through a very deep journey of cancer. And after she passed away, he has dedicated his life to serve other cancer patients. He helps a lot of palliative care patients as well. So I think all of us who are here, who are there seeing this virtually, or who are working for other cancer patients or have gone through the journey. We all have our own unique journey. Never thought that in life that we will get cancer, or we will even कभी कि हमें कभी कैंसर से इंटरेक्शन भी करना होगा, कभी सोचा नहीं था कि इट विल हिट अस इन अवर फैमिली, ओन फैमिली, बट इट हैपेंड एंड इट हैपेंस विद मिलियंस ऑफ पीपल एवरी डे. अब हम सबको पता है कि इंडिया में मोर देन 10 lakhs पीपल गेट डायग्नोज एवरी ईयर विद दिस डिजीज, एंड सबके लिए शॉक है, सबके लिए बहुत बड़ा झटका है. एंड आई रियली वांट ऑल ऑफ अस टू कम टुगेदर टू हेल्प दोस millions of people who are getting diagnosed with this disease. एंड कई केसेस में अवेयरनेस से, अर्ली डिटेक्शन से, इट कैन get diagnosed at early stages. Many places there is a stigma. People don't share in tier 2, tier 3 that they have cancer. They don't go to doctor for treatment. And now I find it very painful to see that people want to go for treatment, but because of corona या फिर travel नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, या फिर ट्रीटमेंट का कॉस्ट इतना ज़्यादा है कि अफोर्ड नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, या फिर हर कोई मुंबई दिल्ली नहीं जा पा रहा है ट्रीटमेंट करवाने के लिए. सो बट उनके केस में भी अगर अर्ली डिटेक्शन होता तो शायद बहुत कुछ, द कॉस्ट ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट कम्स डाउन, योर chances of survival increases. And I think that's where people like all of us join hands together to spread more and more and more awareness about it. क्योंकि जब तक किसी के फैमिली में होता नहीं, तब तक people are like, okay, we don't want to know about it. It's just don't use this word in front of us. It has happened with us where somebody gave us a number that this person needs help with cancer. When we called, he said that no, कैसी बात कर रहे हो, please मेरे सामने ये सब मत बोलो आप. I was like, the person in our team, she was like, okay, कोई बात नहीं, sorry. So इतना ज्यादा है उसके अराउंड कि आपने मेरे सामने बोल भी कैसे दिया ये वर्ड. So really high time that and it is very common nowadays. Every family, almost one person is having it, and we all know it. So high time that more and more awareness around prevention, around healthy lifestyle, around early detection, screening techniques, and also once somebody is diagnosed, what can be done. Many things can be done. Doing right things at the right time is the key for this disease. And family support, जैसे आप सबके पास में था, mental strength, and also the right treatment is very important. So that would be that's what I will say from your experience as well, Hani. कि आपके पास में इतना अच्छा family support. Hats off to your parents as well. Seeing a young guy, 21 year of age, going through this journey was not easy for them, and it happens with all the parents all the time. So I'm sure this will inspire, this will give hope to many other parents, many other wives, many other husbands, many other people who are going through the similar journey. And I see all of you as a brand ambassador of cancer, कि कुछ भी नहीं है ये तो, हम ठीक हो सकते हैं तो आप भी ठीक हो सकते हो. So yeah. So Rajendra ji, any few last words you would want to share with the cancer patients? And I would ask this to all of you, कि आप क्या share, just any 2 lines you would want to give this message to patients and caregivers.
I just wanted to say one very nice thing. As such, I must thank and congratulate Hani. He has spoken very nicely, said very nice thing. I just want to tell you that all cancer survival should have one hobby, which I am pursuing recently, and I'll show you it. Just see to it.
Okay. Wow.
See, this is my creation.
Plantation. Okay.
Everyone, each one should go for a plantation. The reason I tell you, it is so soothing, so relaxing, because it is nature, and the life of the plant is very short, but it teaches us very many things. It passes through very many difficult stages. Some plants die, some plants grow, some plants give flowers, some plants will give fruit. All these things, because I have started this hobby recently, and it is so interesting, and I feel so happy when I go and touch the leaf. All my tension go away. So I personally feel that all cancer survivors should have at least some hobby. Maybe they can grow coriander in the house, methi in the house, palak in the house, and they will definitely be very happy. And it is very simple thing. We have formed a very nice group in Ahmedabad Plantation Group, and I am learning now a lot many things. So you will understand the beauty of nature, creation of nature, how the nature is creating beautiful things. Flowers, if you see, rose flower, you see. So it's wonderful. So this is my suggestion to all cancer survival. Think over it.
Thank you so much. Mehul, what would be your words to patients and caregivers?
Yeah, completely. I always agree with Rajendra Bhai, and I miss the Hitchka thing, and yeah, but
Yeah.
totally that keep yourself busy. It's a body like any other, like example a vehicle. Maintenance is going to come. You need to keep putting good oil, good petrol in the vehicle to make it run smoothly. Same example with our body. Mind is the greatest doctor, is what I think. Everything is in the head. If you want to make a change, just hang on to it and never give up. Always, you have more privileges than someone else. Always keep that in mind. So you're not in the bottom line. You are always better than somebody. So don't crave on मुझे ये क्यों हुआ होता है. Come on, next, move on. One step at a time, one day at a time.
Thank you.
So life goes on.
Yeah, life goes on. Thank you. Rohit, what would you want to share to patients and caregivers?
Yeah, so same thing, like needs to be positive, strong willpower, because there have been cases where two similar treatment given to two similar cases, but the results were exactly opposite. So the difference where it lies is in the, I think, mindset, positive mindset and strong willpower. So that is the major difference creator, I feel. So yeah.
Wow, thank you. Yeah, very true. And there has been scientific experiments also on the same. Oh my God, there are many experiments. So recently I was reading, there's a group of people who had the same, it was a clinical trial, and they were trying the effect of love and support of family. So one group of people did not have that strong family support, and one group of people had good support. And then the results were far better for people who had family support, who had that love, care, and affection. So, and then lot many other things. So, thank you for sharing that, Rohit. Yeah. I will ask Pranab ji, what would you want to share with patients and caregivers? What's your last few words to them?
Uh, today's uh, session is very motivating, inspiring, and I should say that uh, survivors and caregivers uh, should have some time for his or her own to spend, and support group is a need of the hour. Support, without support, see, like me, now I am alone. Everything is done by me, even cooking, washing clothes, and all these things. But even when I think of my lost beloved wife, I concentrate in listening to songs or reading storybooks or attending webinars, and these have given me boon companies. And I should say that caregivers sometimes have compassionate fatigue and burnout. To avoid this one, they should concentrate in themselves in engaging some other relaxation way, like reading or like listening to music. I think it will be better.
Wow, thank you for sharing your wonderful thoughts. And lastly, I would like to ask Honey, what would be your words to patients and caregiver? What message you want to give them?
For me, I always say this thing, क्यों डरे जिंदगी में क्या होगा, कुछ ना होगा तो तजुर्बा ही होगा. तो इसी के साथ I always say this thing कि see, my belief is broken crayons still color. So that means कि अगर आप crayons को दो टुकड़ों में भी तोड़ देते हैं और दोनों से कलर करने की कोशिश करते हो, कलर सेम ही आएगा. So my point is, अगर आपकी लाइफ में किसी भी तरह का setback आया है, कोई भी trauma आया है, maybe it's depression because of career, because of relationship issues, or XYZ, anything, कुछ भी A to लेकर Z तक. The point is, still you can be the reason for happiness in others' lives. So be creative, believe in yourself, and never stop. कभी भी रुको मत. Keep moving, that's it.
Wonderful. Wow, I'm sure it has inspired all of us. Today's session will inspire many others who will watch this. And once again, thank you so much, everyone, for being in today's Healing Circle Talks. It has been wonderful having you, Hani, in this Healing Circle Talks, and deep gratitude to Prachi as well. And thank you, everyone, for sharing what you shared, your own life experiences. And I'm looking forward to our next Healing Circle Talks with Rajendra ji next weekend. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Wish you a happy weekend and happy evening. And see you next Healing Circle. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.